I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend. And I do apologize if you hear my speaker. I just have it laying here, and I noticed on my other videos it is, I move it around and it makes a lot of weird noises and stuff. I do apologize. Uh, my setup is not the greatest. Hopefully at some point I'll get better at this. But, I did say that I have, some people in my house. Um, I just have to get a better setup. I am going to be, hopefully, my spare bedroom. Okay, I'm going to be maybe making that into my office. I stated before, I think. Who knows? Um, I kind of made it into like my walk-in closet. But I have a lot of things in there that I am going to be getting rid of. So hopefully I will have a much better setup, because I've already stated many times that people don't need to listen to me in my home when I do videos. So anyways, we're going to work on that. We really are. But I have, all last week, I did say that I was going to not talk about any of the drama in this circle, and I didn't. Now, I did tune in here and there to YouTube, kind of to see a little bit, of what was going on, you know, but I really didn't tune in much. Um, so I don't know all what's going on. I don't know if I care to know all what's going on. But I did pick up some things here and there. And I do know that Natasha's channel was taken down. I guess all of her YouTube is down now. So we're going to discuss some things about Natasha here in a little bit. But one of the things that I want to talk about first, and then we'll move along, okay? Because I am, last week was very busy. It was. I had my real life stuff going on that I talked about when I released those 3 videos. That stuff is still going on. I'm helping a friend out. I got my own life stuff going on, work and stuff like that. And I am going to start my series on the vlogger. I'm still going to do that. I'm going to do, my videos on the giveaways and go in more details about that too. But I think I'm getting a little overwhelmed. So, because I have so much going on in my life, and I am only one person, so I'm just going to have to take it as it comes, and we'll just see how it goes. But I am going to work on that. I am. And we'll just see what I can get, what I can put out there. And I am going to be enjoying some time with my friends and my family. It's almost summertime. Well, to me, it's summertime. It still might be spring, but, it's important to me to enjoy that time. So I am planning on going camping again this weekend. So I might be doing some filming of that. I think we're going to go to a water park with my other sister and her family. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But anyways, and I know I said I was going to do some fire bowls, but we're getting rain all this week. We just had a bunch of storms, so I still can't get outside to do that. Either it's too hot for the curing process, the humidity, or we're getting rain. So just a lot of things going on, but we'll just see how it goes. But the first thing that I'm going to talk about is how it's unfair to subs that form relationships, you know, friendships with other people when creators have a falling out. Then they're told, you know, they're basically told they have to make a choice. They have to choose. And I find that very unfair. And, you know, why should they have to make this decision? And we have been seeing this a lot, and we have been seeing it, you know, all the time in the drama community. And yes, it is the drama community. You'll hear me say that as well all the time. But when you have a creator that becomes friends with another creator in their community, then you have subs, right, in one community, and they become friends with a lot of people in another community, or even the creator. And then for whatever reason, okay, for whatever reason, it could be a stupid reason, it could be a legit reason, you have a creator have a falling out with another creator, and then all of a sudden the creator that had a falling out with the other creator, they don't want their subs being friends with the creator they had a falling out with, or anyone that is in their community. Now, in my opinion, they're the ones, the creators, are the ones that are bringing all the subs together, okay, to begin with. They're the ones that are bringing everybody together and having, you know, they're the ones that are like, okay, you know, we might have different communities, but I expect you guys to all get along. And, you know, it can go on for months, weeks, whatever, normally months. You have these different communities that are entwined, okay, and friendships begin. And then all of a sudden, you have these falling outs, and then you have that stupid word loyalty, okay, and then the creator that had a falling out with the other creator, they expect their subs not to be friends with that creator or that creator's subs anymore. And that's absolutely unfair, in my opinion. And since all these people are loyal to their creators, automatically, if there's a falling out, they're going to turn. It doesn't matter how good of a friendship they have built with other people. They're going to stick with this loyalty to that creator, and they are going to turn immediately against the other creator that the falling out happened with, and everybody that is loyal to that other creator, their subs, and again, everybody that sticks with them. So, like I said, you know, there's really not much to say with this, except I think it's very unfair to creators to put this on their subs, okay? It's unfair. It's ridiculous, all right? And, you know, there's such a turnover, on friendships in this drama community. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like one week we're friends, the next week we're not friends for whatever reason. And that's okay. You know, that happens. But to expect your subs to just turn because you do, that's not how it happens in real life. So why does it have to happen on YouTube? And for the subs, I'm sorry, but if you are going to just turn on somebody because, you know, your creator doesn't like them anymore, I mean, you aren't using your own brain. You're not. Now, if somebody done something really crappy to the creator, going real life, or just, you know, something so horrible that there was a good reason for it, I can kind of get that. I can get that, you know, that person is a crappy person, and no, you're not going to be, you know, friends with them or follow them anymore. That I can understand. But what I'm seeing the most of, and yes, that has happened a few times, but what I'm seeing is creators having a falling out with another creator, or other people. They don't even have to be a creator, but other people, over petty stuff. And then a whole community, they can't stand that person because their creator does it. But they really cared and loved that person. They said they did. Until, like I said, their creator doesn't like them anymore. In real life, you wouldn't do that. Okay? So why are you holding your creator up there on a pedestal like they're this god, like they're this celebrity? It makes no sense, because none of us creators are this god. Okay, we're not. And none of us are better than anyone else. All right? We're not. I don't care who puts it out there that they're this greatest person, and they, you know, it makes no sense. I mean, I don't even have words for it. That's what I call cult-like behavior. It absolutely is. Because that's what you see in cults. Or you see in middle school or high school. And actually, you know, you really don't see it that much in middle school and high school. Even our teenagers can make their own decisions and decide if, okay, are they a good person? Do I want to be friends with them? Did they do anything to me personally? No, they might not be friends with my friend, my other friend, but they didn't do anything to me, so I'm still going to be friends with them, you know. But no, these are grown-ass adults that are doing this on the internet, and it just makes no sense to me. So anyways, I did want to address that. Some of you creators are putting subs in a position that they shouldn't have to be put in, and you are creating the situation because you are the ones that are forming the friendship with these other creators or these other people, right? You're the ones that are doing this, and sometimes you're doing it with people that might have been, quote, a hater at one time, or maybe not. They might have been part of a community, you know, the whole time. But again, like I said, there's this falling out. But you are the ones that have built this bond, this friendship. So you are putting your subs, in my opinion, in this predicament where they have to make a choice. They have to choose on, you know, am I allowed to be friends with this person? I really like this person that might be in this other community, or I might really like this creator, but I have to act like I don't like them, or I have to say I don't like them anymore so that my community still accepts me. Again, that need to be accepted, that need to belong somewhere. It's just totally insane to me, because again, this is not how it is in the real world. It's not how we act, you know, in our everyday lives. So why would you do this on social media? I mean, if that's how you do act when you're off of social media with your friends, then that's kind of sad. It really is. And some people just really never grew up, and they're not acting their age. So we're going to move along from that. I think I kind of made my point, even if I did talk in circles there. Some creators need to quit putting their subs in this predicament and making them choose, because your subs, for most creators that are getting paid, they're paying you, okay? They're your paycheck. They're the ones that are keeping you going, right? So why are you doing this to them? I mean, you got to think about it. Your subs are kind of like your boss. I mean, YouTube is too, to a point. YouTube is providing the building for you, and they give you a little bit of money. But your subs are basically providing that paycheck. So why are you shitting on your subs and putting them in a place where they have to make these decisions on, you know, who they can be friends with? You wouldn't do that to your boss, would you? You would treat your boss a little bit better so that, you know, you had a job. Like I said, YouTube is basically just renting you kind of the building, and they're really for free. You don't even have to pay YouTube to rent their house, their building. They're actually giving you a little bit of money to rent the building. I mean, it's something to think about. Some creators need to treat their subs a little bit better. So we're going to move on from that. The other thing that I noticed, and this might sound a little mean, and I don't mean it to be by any means, but I noticed that, you know, there are a few people that are in this drama community that are having difficulties, and they made the decision to be in this drama community, and they want to be in this drama community, but you cannot say anything against them. You can't call out bad behavior, or that's if they're a creator. But if they're a sub and they're inserting themselves everywhere, or maybe stirring up the shit pot a little bit, they might have some health issues going on. If you have, and this is just my opinion, if you're having some major health issues, whether it be physically or mentally, okay, in my opinion, this is the worst circle to be in. Because even for someone that doesn't have physical or mental health issues, this circle is very hard on somebody. It is. So for someone that has some issues, either it be physically or mentally, it's not healthy. It can actually put you in a worse place. And you will hear my dogs going off. I do apologize. I mean, I tuned in and watched a little bit, and it looked like a few might have been getting a little tipsy. You know, hey, it was a holiday weekend. That's fine, I guess. And just a bunch of screaming, F-bombing. I guess that's, if that's what people want to hear, you know, if that's what they want to see for content, that's fine. But there was just an argument over if somebody got text messages or something. I mean, it was just insane. And, you know, this poor woman, when she did come up, I believe she's got health issues. I'm not sure, but that's what it was over. I mean, the argument just seems so petty. I don't even know what it was about. I don't care. But that's what I'm talking about. You know, it was just so petty. But like I said, if somebody is having, and I was looking at the chat too, and, you know, people were saying, you know, that the argument, you know, that it needed to stop. And I'm not going to even say what was in chat, but what I'm saying is if somebody is having so many health issues, mentally or physically, and I'm not just talking about this incident, but a few others, then this might not be the place for them. And yes, you know, if they choose to be here, that's absolutely fine. I'm not one to say who and who can't be, you know, wherever they want to be. But then they want to get upset because drama, you know, they're out there, and then drama might be brought upon them. But it's the drama community. I mean, there's a lot of different communities out there, right? That's not a drama community. And I do understand they built a friendship. They built friendships. And I do not know why my dogs are going ballistic, but they are. They build friendships. I get that. And you can build friendships without being involved in the drama, I guess. I don't know. But I did notice that a lot. And I noticed that with some other people, they are making a stand. And they're saying with some other people, we're not going to accept some bad behavior anymore. We're not going to enable bad behavior from some certain people or the lies that are being told because they might have some issues because it's been going on for a while. And even though this person or these people might apologize later on, we have supported, you know, this person, and it is a pattern, and we are not going to do it no more. Even though some other people might, we're not going to do it anymore, because we see the spiral, we see the patterns, and it's been going on for months. And some people are finally standing up, and they're taking a stand against it. Because, like I said, some people, we've all chose, including myself, to be in this drama community when there's so many, you know, YouTube is a big platform. There's so many communities out there that you could be a part of and find friendships if you wanted to, and try to be accepted if that's what you want. But we've made the choice to be here. And if you're going to talk about other people or bash them or whatever, or lie about them or say something about them, they have every right to clap back or defend themselves or to show proof that you are telling lies, okay? And, you know, some people want to say, well, I'm being attacked when people are showing their proof that what you're putting out there are lies about them. That's not being attacked. That's standing up for themselves, and showing, no, what you are saying is a lie. And here's my proof. That's not being attacked. That is standing up for, for yourself. And everybody has a right to do that. And when you're called out on your lies because you're showing, the people are showing proof that you're lying. And then, some people that are supporting you can't see that, and they just want to say that it's okay because you have issues. It's okay for you to put out the lies. And it's okay to go and attack the people that you put the lies out about, even though they're showing proof. For those supporters, that's not okay. It's not okay, no matter what is wrong. If that person has physical or mental issues, it is not okay for them to put out lies and for them to spiral out of control and keep the patterns up over and over and over and over. And you can't say that they can't help themselves. Yes, they can. They can get off of YouTube. They can unplug. They can go to a different community because they already know that this circle can be very toxic. It can. All right. There's other communities that might accept them and accept this type of behavior. All right. And if you keep enabling them and saying that they can't help it, then they will just keep putting out the lies. And we can see, we have seen the lies. And some behaviors people might not be able to control if they have a disability. I do understand that. But there's many behaviors that can be controlled, and that is the lying, okay? Especially when the truth is put right in their face, that here they lied about it. You can't enable that because it's just going to continue. But I think that if you keep talking about it, like going back and forth, sometimes that doesn't help either. It fuels the fire. But then if you ignore it as well, sometimes that doesn't help either. So I don't even know what the right answer is. The only thing that I know for sure is enabling it. You can support somebody, but to make excuses for bad behavior all the time is not right, number one. Number two, to attack somebody that they might be lying on is not good either. Especially if that person is just putting out proof that they're being lied on. Because if you're being lied on, you're going to put the proof out that, hey, this person is lying and here's my proof. And you would. And a lot of you have. So that's all I'm going to say about that, okay? You wouldn't like it to be, you wouldn't want people to be lying about you. And you would stand up for yourself and put the proof out. And, it's just crazy that we have all this double standards all over YouTube. And, we can have compassion, and we can be a little bit more compassionate to those and have empathy for those that have some issues, right? We absolutely can. But we cannot enable the behavior, because if we do, then some people think that they can continue it. And that's what we have seen. And then they spiral out of control, and they think it's okay, and that they can do it over and over again. That's something that, we can't do that, because in the long run, it's going to hurt them. Some of us are stronger out here, and we can handle it. Some others aren't. And like I said, in the long run, it's only going to hurt them when they really have a horrible spiral out of control. And if it gets to the point when nobody will allow people in their, certain people in their community anymore, that's when it's going to get really, really bad. Really bad. So, moving along from that, we are going to talk about Natasha. And I've done a lot of rambling. When my dogs go off like that, I ramble as it is and lose my train of thought. But when they go off, it's like I really lose my train of thought. I love them to death, but my goodness. Little ankle biters. I know that all her channels were taken down, okay? She's off of YouTube again. I've already said it before. In my opinion, I think she has an IP ban, okay? That's just my opinion. And some people want to say no, because all of her channels didn't go at once. I don't know. She wants her community to believe that it's, her other channels are on pause. And that she's going to get them back. And her attorneys are working hard for it. And the people that support Natasha are going to believe whatever Natasha tells them. That is clear. Other people that want to tell them differently, that there's that loyalty word again. They're absolutely going to believe whatever she tells them. Those channels, I'm sorry, they would have came back by now, okay? They would have came back. Did she not say that Hannah's channel was going to soon be back? That they got good news or something? It didn't come back, all right? It didn't. And in my opinion, like I said, they're IP banned. For all of us creators, we know what is in the TOS. It says, if you, and I've said this many, many times, if your channel is terminated, and we have seen, and even the people that support her have seen, where it says that her channel has been terminated. Even though she keeps wanting to say it's on pause, guys, it says terminated. Okay? And in TOS, it says if your channel has been terminated, if it's been taken down for whatever reason, okay, let's say that it's a mistake, okay? Let's say that they're just reviewing it or whatever. Still, she's in timeout, okay? If your channel is taken down for whatever reason, you are not allowed to own or create another channel. She is not allowed to be doing what she's been doing. She is ban evading, no matter how you want to spin it. She is not allowed to own a channel. She's not allowed to own another channel. It says it right in the TOS. So she keeps coming back. And she keeps coming back. And she keeps coming back. And they keep taking it down. And they keep taking it down. That is ban evading. And it even said, like on her tweet, someone posted on the tweet when she was tweeting Team YouTube, and they even told her. They looked at it and they told her what the deal was. And she knows this. She already knows it. Now, a lot of people want to say, well, she was mass reported and that's why they took it down. And I've went over all of this. And do I think that she got mass reported? Yeah, she absolutely probably has been reported, mass reported or whatever. I think many creators have been mass reported. that are even, you know, in this circle, in the true crime community. I know Critical K, people were mass reporting her. Uh, Other true, you know, back in the true crime, when I was watching back in the Watts case, creators were getting mass reported all the time because people just did not, you know, like them. That doesn't mean that they're going to take your channel down. Because yes, bots are the ones that look at it first, right? But to take your channel and keep it down, there is going to be a human that actually does look at it at some point. For whatever reason, whatever she did, I mean, she had a lot of videos beforehand. I know some people are new. Some people came just before the Gabby Petito. But she had a lot of stuff going on before that. She had a lot of videos taken down for harassment and bullying. She had channels that were taken down for harassment and bullying. She's wanting to say that all of these channels were taken down for nudity. We have not seen any proof of that, have we? Have we actually seen something that said your channel was taken down for nudity? We haven't seen that. You know, it would be too late now because I wouldn't believe it, because she would have shown that to begin with, that it was taken down for nudity. She shows everything, right? Everything. We seen where it said, you know, it went against terms of service or whatever. I don't believe it went down for no nudity. And now all these other channels, in my opinion, are going down because she's ban evading. And I think it's going to keep continuing. She's not supposed to be on YouTube anymore. And yeah, that's, to me, I don't want that to happen to any creator. I don't. And I think, you know, when your channel is struck for harassment, and some of the videos that she did, that she got, you know, that were taken down, and this was, you know, back on her birthday last December. I remember a channel, or not a channel, I'm sorry, a couple of videos that got struck and taken down. She was very vile on those videos against a couple of people. Horrible, vile, okay? And they got struck and the videos got taken down. And she doesn't want to own anything that she does. And she got put on a 2-week. It was around Christmas time, right? I think people remember. She got put on 2 weeks. 2 weeks where she couldn't go live on her channel. So she went on another channel. That's another thing. If you are on a timeout and you can't go live, you are not supposed to go live on another one of your channels. That's in TOS, and she did anyways. She did it anyways. So she does not think that she has to follow the rules, that she is above the rules. And that is a problem. That is an absolute problem, because all creators are supposed to go by the rules. Now, everybody says, well, there's, you know, all the other creators are breaking terms of service. That is true to a point when it comes to bullying, because there's a lot of creators out here that do bullying. When you do bash other people, their looks, you know, call names and stuff, to me, that is bullying, right? And that's against TOS. But if YouTube would go again, if they would use that, you know, as part of their TOS, they would have to take down most creators on YouTube, in my opinion. I mean, there's some creators out there that don't do that at all. I mean, I don't, you know, call names. I don't go after anybody's looks or anything like that. There's some creators that don't do that. But I would say, I'm not going to give a percentage, but if you look even in the true crime communities and stuff like that, you know, there are a lot of creators that will call people names and go after people's looks and stuff like that. They get heated, whatever. YouTube would have to take a lot of people down if they went by their own TOS. But I don't see, at least in this circle, I don't see creators that are, raising 20K, all right, and saying it's going to be for an attorney fund for legal harassment, and then 8-9 months later still not show, and this was a legit fund. I mean, I've never seen any creator drop so many PayPal pulls, but again, I've already said before, to me those are no different than scrolling it across your screen. We're going to get to that in a minute. But this other 20K, kind of like the Christmas fund, is supposed to be a legit fundraiser. It was through the generosity, okay? And they have their own guidelines, and it states that you are to use that money for exactly what you stated it's for. She did not. So to me, that's fraud. I'm sorry, it's fraud, because it was to go for online harassment, online bullying or harassment. And then she changed it and said a couple of months later, or a month later, or whatever, after she raised the money, that she wasn't going to go after people for harassment. She changed it. When people were saying it, we're not getting any letters. She said she was coming after us, because she did say she was going to go after people. She collected that much money. It was over 20K. She collected that much, and she was going to go after people for harassment. And then she said, when people were like, we're not getting anything, we're not getting any letters, no nothing from any attorneys, she's like, well, I'm not going after anybody for harassment. And I do believe she changed the name after she was getting the money. Don't quote me on that. Of the legal fund. A lot of us had, we got the screenshot of what it was to begin with. But 8 or 9 months later, nobody has seen anything. And I've already said before, she did not foresee her channels going down 8 or 9 months ago. Okay? And she wants to say it's for mass reporting. No. I'm sorry. And her attorneys would have told her, I'm sorry, they would have told her, if they're working on getting her channels back up like she said, they would have told her, don't go against TOS and do not create other channels and go on YouTube until we get this settled and get your channels back. They would have told her that, because YouTube is going to tell you, we're not giving her other channels back when she clearly is showing us that she cannot follow our rules. They would have told her, attorneys would have told her that. In my opinion, there is no attorneys. Okay? Not for YouTube, not for legal harassment, the money that she raised. She has not shown any transparency at all on this fundraiser. Supposed to be legit fundraiser under her legit, business name, as she calls it. So yes, a lot of people are upset about that. And rightfully so, because if another creator has a, quote, legit fundraiser, not a PayPal pool, a fundraiser that they want to start, this has left a bad taste in everybody's mouth on donating. Okay? Because there has been no transparency. Nobody has seen anything. And even people that donated and left the community, had a falling out, whatever, she won't give their money back. She did say that she would give their money back if they asked for it. Well, there's some people that left the community that donated quite a bit of money, and after 8 or 9 months, and they haven't seen nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing happening. Absolutely zero. Goose egg. Okay? Not a thing. And she has raised thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in PayPal pools, which is her money to do with whatever. Okay? It's the way that she raises it, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But, you know, who cares what she does with those PayPal pools, but that 20K, 20 plus K. She won't give the money back. And people want to say, well, once you donate, you donate. For PayPal pools, yes, I completely agree. Once you donate to a creator because you enjoy their content, whatever, that's their money to do with whatever they want to do with it, right? But when you donate, just like if you would donate to the Red Cross or a GoFundMe, and then you find out that what they had, say the Red Cross was doing a fundraiser for something they said they were, you know, raising funds for, and then you find out it's a lie that, you know, the Red Cross wouldn't do that, though, I wouldn't think, but find out that you know, this crisis never happened, even if you didn't donate any money to the Red Cross, but say you did, and you wanted your money back because you're not seeing anything, you know, or you found out that it didn't happen, you best believe you better get your money back, or, you know, you might raise raises a red flag. And I would think that you could actually, you know, the people that did donate could, since they're not getting their money back, and this was a legit going through the generosity, they might be able to obtain some legal services to make her proof that she has attorneys that are working on something to where that money went to. And it wouldn't be to get her, just to get her channels back. That's not what the money was raised for. Okay? That is absolutely not what the money was raised for. So, and she should give that money back to the people that asked for it, because she did say that she was going to give it back to them. And, you know, I don't know. I would think that at that time, like I said, some of the people that, especially that donated large sums of money, she would have to show when she hired the attorneys, which she supposedly hired them right away, right? So, who knows? Again, it leaves a bad taste in someone's mouth if another creator is trying to raise a legit, you know, money for a legit fundraiser, and then you have this creator that, in my opinion, it wasn't legit, because nothing has been done. All right, and it wasn't for, you know, YouTube channels. So now we're going to go with her PayPal pools. You know, I've already said before, those are just, you know, like any other people, if they have them going across the screen, no big deal. But when you have the way that she tries to collect the money, that's the only problem I have, okay? And again, you know, if people want to donate, even if she does, in my opinion, manipulates to get the money with, in my opinion, fake douche canoe, because he always comes in, douche canoe always comes in when her funds are just start, you know, at 1 or 2 and they don't move to 2%. I did hear, let me back this up. She did a live before her channels went down, and I did hear this, and I did go and I listened. I can't even remember exactly what day it was, because I was doing something, And I did go and listen on the quote hater channels. She absolutely lied. She said, well, she lied twice. She said that she was talking about her funds. And she said, I know my fund isn't, now I'm not going to do this word for word. I know this because it's been a few days. She said that she just put out her fundraiser. And trying to think of what day it was, and for the life of me I can't remember. You'll just have to bear with me. But she's like, yeah, I know my fundraiser was only at, like, I think maybe 8%. She goes, but I haven't been live since Tuesday. So I'm not sure exactly what day that was. I was doing stuff around the house, and that's when I was listening to some. And she was live. She was live a couple of times. And I'm thinking to myself as well that you don't have to be live for people to donate to your PayPal. So that made no sense. You know, whatever. I mean, yeah, if you're live, people are more apt to see you drop your link and everything. But people can go into your you know, previous video or whatever, and they can grab your PayPal. And a lot of people, they don't catch your live. Like myself, you know, they'll go watch a replay or whatever, and, you know, you can get the PayPal link then and, you know, donate. But she said, I haven't been live, and she absolutely was live a couple of times, if not more. All right. And not only that, but I'm trying to think of what else she said, because she said 2 lies, and I just lost my train of thought again. She lied about that. And she I don't even know. We're just going to move on, or I'll be here forever. She said that she was like at 8% at the time. And she was going on and on about, you know, her money. Oh, I know what the other lie was. She said that everybody was talking about her money, her PayPal pools, and how nobody's, I think it was nobody's donating to her anymore, whatever, in her quote hater channels. And that's absolutely, that was a lie. That was a lie. They were not talking about her money, because a lot of people will not go. They will not go to her quote hater channels and go listen. Okay. They were not talking about her money that day. And she said they were talking about her money all day. But yet she doesn't listen to their videos. People send her clips, she says, that she won't go listen to them. So, where's the clips of that for that day? I mean, she would have played them, right, for content, to show her people that this is what they're saying, but she didn't play them. But that day, they were not, because I did check. I absolutely did. And they absolutely were not talking about her funds all day. But she was like at 6 or 8%, she said. And then here comes Douche Canoe. Okay? And by the time she was done with that live, I think that the goal was 1,000. By the time she was done with that live, she was already, after Douche Canoe and her saying that they were talking about her not, you know, her, how did she say it? She said something like, they were talking about how people weren't donating to her anymore, and they were sucking her dry, or she was sucking them dry. And, you know, how she hasn't been live since Tuesday, which was a lie. And, you know, sad fishing, you know, I'm going to call it sad fishing. and that she was only, stuck at 8% or 6% around there, and it wasn't moving. But by the time she was done with that live, she was already up to like 85% of her goal. Okay? To me, that is manipulation. Again, people can donate any way they want, but when she's at that low amount, and it's a pattern. It is a pattern with her. When she is at a low amount on her donation, and she's not up there high, douche canoe comes in. She mentions douche canoe. Yes, I know, I'm only at this percentage. She mentions that all the haters are talking about how low, no one's donating, which is not true. They're not. And she'll be at a low amount, and then by the time she's done with her live, it'll be at a higher amount, because it's that manipulation. Because in my opinion, her subs are feeling bad for her. Okay? And then she'll start talking about her channels being down. Everybody took her channels down. They took her income away. And they took her living away, and they feel bad. And no, her community, her subs, they're not dumb. I'm not going to call them dumb. They have a heart. They feel bad for the person they're loyal to. And in my opinion, she is using that. Okay? She is using that to pull on their heartstrings. And they're going to donate to their friend who they're loyal to help her out with her income. But here's the thing. Creators are not guaranteed that monthly income. Okay? They are not. So when she says her income was taken away from her, that is not a guaranteed income. Memberships, okay? Memberships and super chats, when you're monetizing, that little bit of money you get when you're monetized from YouTube. You get that little bit of money that you're monetized, which isn't jack, right? That ain't jack. Those super chats and those monthly memberships, the super chats are not, you can't guarantee those at all, right? The monthly memberships, you don't know when your members are going to drop off and not pay that month, because maybe they just can't afford it. Something comes up and, hey, I can't afford it this month. How many people are going to drop those memberships from month to month or whatever? Or maybe they just don't, they have a falling out, whatever. You cannot count on that. And just like with the super chats, you cannot count on that from month to month on how much it's going to be. So creators are not guaranteed. It's kind of like being a waitress, right? You're not guaranteed a daily, a weekly income of how much it's going to be. You're not owed, when you're a YouTube creator, you're not owed an income from your subs. They're giving you like a tip. We like you, and this is what we're going to give you. But she acts like she is owed this money from her subs, from her community. It's owed. That's how she makes it sound when she says my income was taken away. No. Not really, because you're not guaranteed that income. Your subs don't have to give you that if they choose not to. It's not like you're on a salary, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. But yet, in another video, or maybe it was that same video, she even breaks down on her Patreon how many are paying the $5 and how many are doing the $10 and how many are doing the $25. And it all adds up to almost $1,800 a month for her not putting out nothing. I did go look at her Patreon. Now, I don't know if she's having issues on streaming now. I did listen to something, and I think somebody said that she can't. I don't know how Patreon works. I do not know. All I know about Patreon is that a lot of people say that they don't go on Patreon, I don't think, like every day like they do YouTube. I know some creators would go like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, because they save Patreon for like really important things that they wouldn't want on YouTube that is strictly because Patreon is for, like, because people pay for Patreon only, you know, they pay for it. So YouTube, you know, is free for the subs. She has hers. A lot of people will do their Patreon. They'll do it for $1. Her lowest was $5. She says so that she knows that people are going to be legit that come in there. Okay, whatever. But that's fine. She can do whatever she wants. It's her Patreon. But when I did look at it, she did the boys, you know, that lived at her, you know, where she was at, where she lives at. I already said I like that small little series that she did. That was very interesting. But she did that on YouTube. I got to watch it and listen to it. But she's got paying members. Some might even be paying $25 or $10 a month. And she put it out on YouTube. I never understood why some people do that. They make people pay this amount of money and then they put it out on YouTube for other people to listen to it for free. I never got that. But she only has, I think she started her Patreon in May. So she's got these people paying. Now it's like almost $1,800. It might be even more than that. But when I looked at it, when she did that, where she broke down how many, and I think they said that her $5, she's got that sold out. So now, if you want to join her Patreon, you got to do $10 or the $25. Okay? You can't, she's got the slots for $5 sold out. Never understood that either. So you can't join unless you pay $10. And times are tough right now. Gas prices, food prices, you know, people are having a hard enough time right now. But anyways, you got to pay $10 now to be over there. And a lot of her community, I do want to point this out, a lot of her community are feeling lost because they want to follow her wherever she goes and they want to support her, but some might not feel that they can actually financially pay that amount monthly. But yet they might feel obligated to do so because they want to support her. And that's not fair. In my opinion, it's not fair. But anyways, she's making almost $1,800 a month for putting out nothing. She's literally doing nothing on Patreon. I think she has done 2 lives, okay? Don't know what they were about, because I don't follow her. I did go look at her Patreon when she made that statement of how much she's making. See, she wants to put out exactly what she, you know, how many people are, she wants to rub it in people's faces, and that's fine. How many people are, you know, paying the $5, how many people are paying the $10, and how many people are paying the $25. So I did go look, and like I said, when she first started, she did the boys that lived in her area, what happened to them. She did, I think, 2 different lives. Don't know what they were about. And the rest are makeup sales that she did on YouTube, or saying, I'm going live on YouTube and streaming on YouTube. And there too, or just saying I'm going on YouTube. Because that's all it says. I'm going live on YouTube. So she literally is making on Patreon almost $1,800 to do nothing. She's not giving them nothing. Like I said, I think Patreon is, you know, a lot of people will go and, you know, they'll pay to hear their creator a couple times a week put out some really interesting things that they don't want to put out on YouTube. That's what you're paying for. So they're paying this monthly fee to listen to someone that they enjoy, that they think that, you know, this is important stuff that's not, you know, it's not going to be on YouTube. It's kind of a premium thing, but she's not doing nothing. She's not doing nothing over there. Since May, 2 live videos, basically that, you know, no one else would have heard, because the rest are makeup sales or saying I'm going live on YouTube, and that's it. In 2 months? Really? So, I mean, almost $1,800. That's nothing to sneeze at for doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not giving your people squat. I mean, to some, that's a full-time job. I mean, not a high-paying job, but to some, that's a full-time job, right? $1,800 a month? It could even be higher than that now. And to do nothing? I mean, at least on YouTube, I mean, you're putting out some content. She's not putting out any content on her Patreon. As of right now, really nothing. Two live videos. And the boy thing, she already did, you know, let everybody on YouTube watch, but it is what it is. But she's telling, you know, everybody that her income is gone. Last month, with her PayPal pools, just in 2 of them alone, you know, it was what? Over $7,000? Well, yeah, about $7,000 in her PayPal pools. Well, she did 135, 6,500, something like that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and try to say exactly what they were, but just in 2 PayPal pools alone, or 3, something like that. Just within, you know, like a week and a half of each other. I mean, come on, let's get real. When she wants to whine and cry about people taking her PayPal or taking her channels down, she is making more, and I think I said this before, than a lot of creators put together make in a month, okay, with her PayPals. And she'll come up and make a new channel just to drop her links and collect what she can collect before her channels get taken down. Or she'll have other people drop her PayPals. And that's fine if people want to donate, okay? That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is her saying that her income is taken away when her income is a very high income, okay? It is very high. Even with her not supposed to be on YouTube. And then she has her website or whatever, memberships, Facebook memberships, all right? So, I'm sorry, but how can you feel sorry for somebody that is making as much money as she is making? And she's not a single parent. You know, she brags about the partner she has in the home and how much he makes. He makes $75,000. She has said that over and over and over, that's what he makes. That's why I said, you know, people that want to put out that they're an open book, some just, you know, put out way too much, and then they want you to feel sorry for them. But she makes thousands a month. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say this is how much she makes or whatever, and it doesn't matter. It's her money to do what she wants with it. What I have an issue with is when she gets on there and sad fishes to everybody about how her income is gone. It is not gone. All right? It's not. She makes more money than a lot of people that are outside of the home working their tail ends off. Some that are working 2 jobs to support their family. She's making more than them by sitting in a recliner, being on YouTube. Not saying it's easy, because I'm telling you what, just doing these pre-recorded videos, just trying to find the time to do it, is a pain. But she drags people. I mean, that is her content too. She wants to talk about that nobody would have any content if they did not use her name, drag her, whatever. I have seen creators that do other things and talk about other things. They might even have drama with other people, and she will insert herself to start the drama. That has happened. It absolutely has. To get the drama brought back up on, to get her involved in the drama. I have watched Natasha since she started her YouTube. Okay? Not 4 years ago. About 2 years ago. I guess she had a channel or something with the Gypsy Rose. But when she went from Facebook to YouTube, I have watched her. That's why I started talking about her to begin with. But I've also stood up for Natasha a lot. When things happen to her that I don't think is right or happen to her family, I talk about it. If I see it, I talk about it. And I have stood up for her a lot. If you watch my previous videos, you will see that. But I have talked about her bad behaviors because I have seen them. I have watched them. I have been there from day one when she started her YouTube channel from Facebook. When she was on Facebook and started going live. And in my opinion, she said she worked hard to get where she's at. In my opinion, she grew her channel from lies. Okay, that's my opinion. When you're trying to cover the Watts case, a year after the confession, okay, when the Netflix documentary came out, after, a lot of us were in groups and, we're on the Watts case from day one because, we got sucked into that, got interested in it, whatever. And she comes in never hearing about the case. She said she was into true crime, but she never heard about this case until the Netflix documentary. So she comes in a year later, more than a year, almost a year and a half later, and nobody knows her name. Nobody in the true crime knows who she is. Just starts her channel, and in my opinion, it started growing off of lies because with that fake Nicole Kessinger aunt cousin fiasco, and I remember her saying, everybody's going to know my name. I did a video way back when I first started on that, okay? She said that. Everybody's going to know my name. No creator knew who she was. Nobody in the true crime knew who she was. None of the big creators, nobody covering the Watts case, nobody. So it just seemed really odd to me that, all of a sudden, she would be the one that this fake Nicole Kessinger aunt cousin would contact when all these other creators that actually talk to the Watts family, or some of them that would talk to the Ruchek family, instead of contacting them, they would contact a creator that nobody even heard of. She's a new channel, and she's a name nobody even knows. They would contact her. That made no sense to begin with, all right? But she really goes hard on this fake baby and, all this nonsense, all right? And people were flocking over to listen to her because, you have these groups and channels about, Nicole Kessinger. They really think she's involved. And anytime anybody says mentions her name, they're flocking to wherever her name's mentioned. So, yes, people were flocking to Natasha to listen to this cousin and aunt, because supposedly Nicole Kessinger was going to come and speak. She was going to speak. We were going to maybe see pictures of this baby. And you could tell by the aunt and the speaker that this was a bunch of BS. Okay? A bunch of BS. This case was already closed. It was done. It was over with. A few things happened afterwards, but it was just ridiculous. And then, it was just a big shocker when, oh my gosh, I got duped. It was all fake. Seriously? And then people started flocking again when the lies about the FBI was at the Watts house and there was going to be an arrest. I think Jamie's going to be arrested. You know, I knew from day one when it was said that, you know, a sub lived right there and the house was surrounded by FBI's going into the Watts home. We didn't see no pictures, right? No pictures. Roads were closed because I think there was it had something to do with a water thing or something. I don't even remember. But they went with this narrative, right? The sub lived, not sub, mod, sorry, lived by the Watts house, but, you know, no pictures were shown. But it was put out as a fact that the FBI was at the Watts house. Like I said, I knew for a fact that day there was no FBI agents at the Watts house. All right? I'm not going to say how I knew that as a fact. I'm just going to leave it at that. But at that point in time, I was like, okay. So people were flocking over there at that point in time because a lot of people had an issue with Jamie and they wanted Jamie and Cindy, right? And they wanted to see, oh my gosh, we want to see Jamie arrested. We want to see Cindy arrested. We want to see the Watts arrested. We think they had something to do with this. I think it was put out also that there was going to be an arrest made. That Jamie was going to be arrested. Looks like she's still a free woman. She hasn't been arrested, has she? It's been almost 4 years. So people were flocking over to her channel then. Her channel grew to begin with off of lies. That's my opinion. That's what I seen. Off of lies. She said, everybody's going to know my name. At that point, people were starting to know her name. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? To me, that's not a way to grow your channel. I'm sorry. I've said it many, many times before. After Ronnie, Lana, and Jay went to try, get a lawyer for Chris. They went to Colorado. They came back. That's when I stopped watching creators all the way until the Gabby Petito. And then I started watching a little bit. I don't even know what happened in that period of time. Have no clue. I don't even want to know. I heard, something about a sex panel or whatever. Don't even want to know. But all I know is what I've seen, from day one. And that's not a way to start your channel and grow your channel. I do know with the Gabby Petito, she was streaming the news. I thought, I was watching the news. And I'm like, that's Natasha's channel. I thought it was a news channel. And I was surprised. I was like really shocked that she had that many subs. I literally thought I was watching the news. I'm going to be honest. So, just saying. This isn't going to be just a bash session on Natasha. But when she wants to say, that everybody doesn't have content without using her name, people do talk about her. They say things about her that I don't agree with. When they want to body shame and bash, I don't agree with that because that's not who I am. I don't do those things. I would never do those things. With saying that, she does the same. Her channel, she bashes not just one person, but a lot of people. So where's the difference there? What content does she have without other people? She might do her makeup sales where other people, they do crafts or they do other things too with their channels. Or they might do real life stuff outside of YouTube. They might show something that they're doing that doesn't involve drama. Or some creators, you know, they just have to do drama all the time. But, you know, she talks about everybody. So, you know, I don't get this. She does the exact same thing, but like I said, there are so many double standards. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is, I didn't watch this from her channel. I seen it, someone was streaming her. Now, she wants to say, you know, people have to stream me all the time. She did that all the time too. So, again, double standards. You know, I don't really get this streaming other people. I say do your own content, but, you know, if you're going to do commentary and stuff, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You know, I was watching someone stream her because, you know, they were streaming her, and she had her partner, and I'm not going to say his name. I'm just not. I already said before, I don't think family should be brought into this drama circle because they have nothing to do with it. She and her community used to talk about MRB's husband all the time and say some nasty things about him, make fun of him, then saying they feel sorry for him, calling him out by his name. I know some other creators have talked about Natasha's partner, calling him out by his name. I don't agree with any of that, okay? But now you have Natasha bringing in her partner and having him join in the drama and talking about another creator, okay? And you can kind of see, I mean, you have seen his face before, you have seen him, but she brings him in to join in this drama. So is he fair game now? Is he fair game because he has joined in and he is talking about another creator? And Natasha is laughing her butt off about it and thought it was funny. But then she'll say, you know, he is not part of this drama. He's not part of this. You know, leave him out of it or whatever. But you just inserted him in when you brought him in to critique and do this nonsense. No, he should not be a part of it. Why did you bring him in to do that? That's my question. He shouldn't be brought up in it. He shouldn't be a part of it. No family member should. And I just don't get that. Why would you do that? Why would you open up your family? I mean, I've said before, family should come first. And when people are putting their family in harm's way, in jeopardy, and, you know, with all the, it's already toxic, right? People already dig in and they want to bash and everything. And when YouTube is more important than your family's safety or their well-being, that's an issue. That's an addiction. Okay? That's just my opinion. So, with that, I'm going to go. This might be a very boring, you know, and I know I was all over the place. I'm all over the place all the time. But hopefully I got my points out. You know, I do think that YouTube is an addiction to some people. It's more important, in my opinion, than their own health, their own mental health, physical health, their own family, their own family's privacy, maybe their own family's safety. And you want to put out there everything personal that's going on with your family, and you know some of these other people out there are going to dig in, and it seems like you don't care. You don't care as long as you get those views, you get those clicks, and you get that money. That's what's important. And that's kind of sad. So I'm going to go, and we will get on to some of those other videos I'm going to do. And wanted to do some more nature stuff, but like I said, it's supposed to rain all week. Thunderstorms. We had some major ones last night. right after the fireworks. Yeah, we had some really, really major thunderstorms. So we'll just see how the week goes. Like I said, I got another busy week ahead. So we'll just see how it goes, and we will go from there. And just see what I put out. I have no clue what order I'll do all this in or exactly how it's going to go. But I'm doing the best I can at this point in time. I am all over the place, jumbled up, way off track, but I'll try to get back on track and just see how it goes.